Hey folks, welcome back to another day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Dee, and I'm your friendly neighborhood millennial. And if you like what I'm about, you see my videos, you like my vibe, you like how crazy sometimes I can be on camera and a goofball, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. It's like morning time, as you can see. And I had to pop on here because I realized that I didn't start a vlog for this week. I have no idea when I'm going to post this. I've been teetering between like Sundays and Thursdays, and if I have extra stuff that I've been doing, I've been posting more. First and foremost, we're almost at 2,000 in the family, okay? I think the last time I looked, we were only like 4 or 5 family members away from 2K. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, because I was looking at my analytics the other day, and I think it was like close to 40% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. And I was just like, clearly they don't want to be a part of the family, but that's okay, because y'all know that I don't police what you do. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. Subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, you don't have to subscribe. That's your prerogative. But if you want to be kept in the know about what your girl is up to, then you should subscribe. So I needed to start this vlog because it was going to be just a chill ass weekend, right? I was going to sew and clean, clean and sew, because it's been like a warmer here, like getting warmer here, like during the day. Like the daisies haven't really been coming on the balconies and stuff, so that means that the poop and the pee and everything has kind of subsided a little bit. So I was like, okay, there's a lot of work that needs to be done here. So this place will just perpetually look kind of a hot mess until we can really get the ball rolling. But everything is going to be rolled extremely slowly. But that's okay, Cleaning the balconies is also part of like my exercise, the goals that I kind of talked to you guys about in a previous vlog. So getting outside and all of that will be good. So the reason why I wanted to come on here is because I wanted to tell you about today and some things that we're doing this weekend. I told my friends that we were going to take a break from social hour, right? Because my boo and I were just really, really stressed about a lot of different things, and we just felt like it would make more sense for us to just kind of take a break from being social and spending money and doing all this stuff, right? My boo and I try to do a little dinner date every week, and sometimes he surprises me because he's introverted, which is a lot of the reason why you guys don't see him on camera much. It's funny because he'll be like, oh, where do you want to go for dinner? And then he'll be like, oh, do you want to get the group together? And I'm like, babe, I just told everybody that like we need a break from social hour. I have no problems hanging out with them because they're such dope people. But at the same time, sometimes you need a break. We have dinner tonight with some friends, so I'm really excited because there's going to be a couple new people there, and you guys know I love meeting new people and connecting with new people, and I believe these are Americans. But anyways, so we're going to go to a Brazilian steakhouse. You guys already know, if you are followers or fans or supporters of Ricky and Crystal, that they're leaving, and so we're trying to see them before they leave and just kind of give them our well wishes and a final kind of goodbye. So we might be seeing them tomorrow or Sunday, not exactly sure. I'm in the kitchen right now because I'm in the middle of making dinner, and I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to prepare kind of all at once within this relatively short time frame. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone for a recipe for pesto, and I'm in the middle of that. But I'm gonna pop up a picture on the screen of what it is that I'm going to be attempting to make today for dinner. It's like this kind of healthy chicken and like couscous, or I guess you could use rice dish with this like avocado, bean, corn kind of salsa. So I'm going to be using butter beans because I don't have the cannellini beans, but I think they're the same or similar, I don't know. So I'm going to be making that. There's supposed to be avocado in it, like lemon juice, some other things, and I'm making the pesto from scratch. So I've got some pine nuts that I just put on the stove to toast. So I will add those to the food processor so that I can mix that stuff together. But yeah, so we went to Four Ways, had a good time as we always do, but this is probably the first time that I was very like, in a way, I kind of wasn't feeling it. Oh, I don't need lemon. I need olive oil, that's for sure. I was kind of not feeling it in a way. There were a bunch of us there. Okay, I can't even get my thoughts straight. let me back up a little bit. So we wanted to hit up Rodizio, and there was a bunch of us there too because we wanted to say goodbye to Ricky and Crystal, because you guys, if you are followers of their channel or just kind of a part of their internet fam, you know that they are moving back to the States. So just kind of as like a final farewell to them, we kind of wanted to hang out with them a little bit. It's just funny because it's like we literally just said, let's not be social, let's take a break for a little bit, for a couple of weeks, and just chill the F out, and then we have a semi-social weekend again. But it's fine, it's fine. So we went to Rodizio. We had some really good Brazilian, really good food from this Brazilian steakhouse. I totally recommend it. There's one in Melrose Arch. Go there. It's like 292 rands, like 292 rands per person for the meat when they bring it around on like the skewers and stuff and cut it at your table. And mind you, it just keeps going and going and going until you basically had enough. I think it's a really good spot to go to for, excuse me, for group setting. So yeah, everything was bomb. We've never had any bad food there. So we went there, hung out with them and everything. They had like a show. They had like a couple of dancers doing like random dances and stuff. And then they were shouting out a couple of people who were celebrating like birthdays, maybe some anniversaries, things like that. So it was nice to see people kind of in happy mood and everything like that. Sunday, we went to Four Ways. Same group essentially that we had hung out with on Friday. There were a couple more people that were there. Yeah, there were a couple more people there. I want to say it was a group of us because it was like pairs of two. And the reason why I say pairs of two and not like couples is because there were two guys there that were brothers, maybe 7 pairs. And then there was a woman who was there with her 3 kids. Super lovely lady, very, very sweet. So there were quite a few of us, like, what is that, like 18 people in our little kind of gathering or whatever. So it was really nice. And it wasn't all, no, it was probably closer to 20. Because Espiso, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen him on Ricky's channel, was there too. We got to see him too. So when we went to Four Ways, and I was just kind of out of it, y'all. I was just, because I've just been kind of wanting to take a break, truthfully, from all the social hours and everything. So I was just kind of on my phone quite a bit. I mean, I was talking to my friends and other people and stuff, but I was really kind of like not there. I was just kind of on my phone and just in another world. Then, of course, like always, anytime we go to Four Ways, we have another event to go to randomly, whether we have it planned or not. And we didn't have anything planned to go to after Four Ways. My boo and I were just like, we're going to be at Four Ways for a couple of hours because it's going to be the last time that we see Ricky and Crystal, unless, you know, they're on this side again, or unless we are in the States at the time and we happen to be in Florida or maybe Georgia or wherever it is that they may be at the time. So then our friend James was DJing at Tiger's Milk in Kailami, and since it was only, 15-20 minutes away from Four Ways, we thought, okay, let's go there so we can support him. But it kind of sucked because my boo and I got there first out of the group, and we got there literally like the last 5-10 minutes of his set. So we couldn't really, hear his set fully. So there was a guy that came up after him, and he was like, I'm going to see if they can give me another set to play. So they were going to give it to him again, but by the time we left, there was somebody else that was DJing, and which meant that we would have to wait even longer for him. And by that point, we had to get back. We have a dog and everything. You guys know how it goes. So yeah, that was the weekend. But the reason why I'm coming on today, other than just to kind of recap what was up with the weekend, is so at Four Ways, me and one of my friends got up to get something to drink. We were standing in line, and so like she was ordering, and she wasn't paying for me, obviously, so I was standing behind her. But of course we're like talking to each other and stuff, right? So there was a guy that came up behind us, just like said his order, and it was like, I don't know what it was. I feel like it was like my ancestors just all of a sudden just popped out. And as soon as he started saying like, oh, I want a lemonade, I said, ah. And I feel like that's something that you hear a lot of like African people, regardless of where they come from, say, like, ah, and ish, and things like that, you know what I mean? And I hear that stuff often, obviously, being where I'm at right now. So it was just automatic for me to just be like, ah. And so he got it and was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was like I couldn't form any words. It was just a sound that that made sense for me and the situation at the time. And I was just cracking up. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you guys were together. I was like, no, no, no. I was like, you're good. I was like, I just haven't ordered yet. And he's like, oh, okay. And I mean, these people are super like quick and stuff with serving. So it was like as soon as I got my lemonade, he was literally getting his lemonade like seconds later. So it was fine, but it was just really funny, the sound that came out of my mouth at the time. And then also at Four Ways, okay, there's this place, okay, called Dunky Donuts. Okay, not Dunkin', like in the States, Dunky, okay, Dunky. And they have, I am like a donut connoisseur. You guys would have seen, if you're a part of the fam, that I had asked for recommendations for donuts in South Africa because I love donuts and I always want donuts. Donuts and pizza, like anything with bread, truthfully speaking, I want virtually all the time. It doesn't matter what time of day, what time of the year, okay? For the most part, if it's bread, if it's a pretzel, if it's a hoagie or a sub or a sandwich, I guess, I'm gonna want it. So when we were at Four Ways, Crystal got a box of donuts and she was sharing with everybody. And I was like, oh, you know, as soon as I saw the donuts, because they kind of look like those cakey donuts, as soon as I saw the type of donuts, I was like, oh, no, I don't know. And she was like, they're really, really good. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll try them. Y'all, tell me why they were so good, okay? I think I ate maybe about 3 or 4 of them tiny little donuts. And it's horrible too, because it's like, now I know that anytime we go to Four Ways, I need to buy me at least 2 boxes of donuts because I will most likely eat 1 box at Four Ways and then save the other box for my boom and I after leaving Four Ways. They're very good. And they're a cakey donut, but they're so light and fluffy. If you've never had them, please, if you ever get a chance to go to Four Ways, because I'm pretty sure that's the only place they're at. And that's what I need help from my South African brothers and sisters. If Dunky Donut is anywhere else, please let me know because I need to know. At the time of filming this, we are just a few people, like maybe 2 or 3 people away from 2K in the family. Just give me a sec. Trying to open up this box. I think the dog is trying to come into the room. He does not like to listen. But I'm trying to open up this box because I told you guys when I order stuff from Yearn Skin that I will show it to you guys. Here's the box. This is the kit that I got. What is it called? I think it's just called Let's Get Started. And it targets dark marks. You guys know that, like, for one, I'm really into skincare, but for 2, my main issue is dark marks under here. And I have dark marks from ingrown hairs, from trying to remove ingrown hairs and causing more scars to my skin. And so my chin has basically looked like a chocolate chip cookie for the past couple of years. Have been wanting to try to combat that. Not only that, but I also have really dry skin, and like my skin right now is so textured and so dry and dehydrated. I mean, I'm probably, truthfully speaking, dehydrated, but nonetheless, here we are. Oh, these are the samples that I got. Okay. So yes. So this is the kit. Looks like yeah. I'm trying to open it. Why am I like? Why is this so? Okay. Clearly, I was touching on the wrong thing. So I mentioned this in a video, maybe about 2 videos ago. And I had, when I got stuff from Superbalist, all of the masks and everything. Oh, and I can kind of give you an update on the masks because I have used them. The lip mask, one of the a clay mask, and a sheet mask actually. Yeah, so we'll come back to that in a second. But the reason why I mentioned that is because in that video I had also mentioned that Julian Albino here on YouTube had mentioned Yearn Skin and how it's a South African company that I believe has been started by 2. I don't know if they're black, colored, or Indian. They're one of the 3, or maybe a combination of the 3. I don't know. I just know that they're not white. I figured, you know, they're melanated women, I believe, that came up with this company, and it's South African, and you guys know that I'm all about black-owned businesses and like minority, like black and brown-owned businesses. So if I can support and it also benefits me in some way, then cool. And it's had some really good reviews. The individual products and the kits themselves have had some really good reviews on their site. So I'm hoping that I have the same results as these people. So because it's, you know, born and bred and basically housed in South Africa, and I'm based in South Africa right now, it didn't take too long to get here. It took, like, truthfully speaking, maybe like a day. But anyway, so here's a little kit, and I'll go through each product really quickly. And I've got the little, and I got a couple samples too, but I'll tell you what things are in order because I'm actually about to get in the shower and I'm going to be using this stuff when I get out. So the first one is the niacinamide cleansing gel. I like the packaging. It's very clean, very minimalist. I like that kind of look for skincare. Next is the 5% glycolic exfoliant tonic. Tonic? Yeah, tonic. Same kind of bottle as the other thing. And then in here, this looks so like elegant and luxurious. I mean, look at that. This is the Active Brightening, why can't I read? Active Brightening Facial Cream with niacinamide, kojic acid, and alpha-arbutin. I've heard, no, not heard, but like, you know, on TikTok, when things just go hella viral, kojic, the turmeric, kojic acid, cleansing pads or whatever, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, that went super viral on TikTok and like all over the internet and stuff that everybody was like blowing into and then they would cleanse their face with. I've heard that kojic acid is really good for brightening skin and helping to combat dark marks and, you know, brighten those up and even skin tone and skin texture. I'm not trying to bleach, let's just make that very clear. I am very much in love with my melanated skin. But if we can brighten it a little bit and not make it look as dull, I'm down with it. So I'm actually going to try those out today. Obviously, I won't be able to let you know what they're like until I give it a little bit of time. We're going to try it out for about 30 days. Then I'll do like a before and after. We'll see how skin is going from there. And then I'm going to do 60 days and then 90 days. And we'll see where we're at. But before my battery dies, I got 2 samples. The samples was an exfoliating mask and an 8% glycolic cleansing gel. So I don't know when I'm going to use these, but I'll use them at some point. But yeah, give me a sec. I was just looking at this. One of their products won an award, I believe, right? Yeah, 2023 Beauty Awards winner, Women in Home, South Africa Holy Grail. Replenish and Repair Skin Barrier Serum with hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and bakuchiol? No idea what that is. It's especially formulated for sensitive skin. I don't have sensitive skin. This award-winning serum contains ingredients like hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and bakuchiol, I don't know, that work together to moisturize, support, and repair the skin barrier. The serum will help protect and replenish, leaving your skin feeling healthy, protected, and glowing. Ooh, I'm gonna have to try that out. But I did want to give you an update on the masks from Coco Star, the lip mask that I got from Coco Star, and the clay mask and sheet masks from Superfood for Skin. I tried out the clay mask, from Superfood for Skin. And it's just like kind of every kind of run-of-the-mill clay mask, right? You put it on thick, wait till it dries completely before washing off, and continue on with the rest of your skincare routine, right? But the difference between those masks and just the other clay masks is that you have to put them together. I will say that this mask, and it might have been because of the hyaluronic acid like ampule that you mix with the avocado powder, that's the mask that I tried, is the avocado one, that it didn't strip my skin, which is good because, you know, if you're someone who has taken, oh my gosh, I can't even speak. If you're someone who has ever used a clay mask before, you know that they're notorious for drying your skin out after you're done using them, because the whole point is to like draw out stuff from your skin. It's not necessarily meant to inject moisture back into your face or into your skin, so it has kind of a drying effect. But this was, I mean, it was tightening my skin as it does when it dries down, but it wasn't stripping of my skin. I didn't feel like my skin needed an absolute drink of water. But because it kind of felt a little bit more stripped than just like a regular sheet mask or something like that, when I put on my moisturizer, because I didn't put any serums on or anything, I just put on a moisturizer after, I felt like it really soaked up my skin really soaked up the moisturizer, probably more than it normally does. Yeah, and then the day after, my skin felt great. But I use that ceramide butter from Standard Beauty every day. Obviously, I won't be using that now that I'm going to be using this one. It was actually pretty nice. It's very nice. So that was a clay mask. Then I used the lip, like one of the lip masks, right? I used the peach one. I don't think I've used a lip mask before, and if I have, it's only been once. But I feel like, I don't think I have used a lip mask before. I think I would have remembered. I kind of have a shitty memory, so it's possible that I used one and just don't remember. But I remember this one because the mask itself just barely fit over my mouth. I've got these, you know, beautiful, luscious black lips, okay? They're not super thin. I had to keep completely still, as one would have to anyway, regardless of your lip size. But I had to keep incredibly still. Like, I couldn't even really move any part of my face, otherwise the mask was going to come off. I feel like it didn't have enough serum or whatever it's supposed to have to help with moisturizing your lips, because I think I told you guys that my lips have been really textured lately, along with the rest of my skin. I got these lip masks to maybe help with that, but I'm like, I don't think I'll buy these again. I'll use them up, right, because I bought them and I'm not going to waste them, but they didn't really do anything. I feel like it was a super lightweight serum, so there wasn't a ton of product on the mask, and it kept falling off, like not falling off, but just kept causing like air bubbles. Even if I was like going like this, like moving my eyebrows or just even moving my cheeks a little bit, it's like it just started to come off, and so that was kind of annoying. So I won't buy those ever again because I just felt like they were a waste. And the last thing that I tried was, so those lip masks were from Coco Star, and then the last thing I tried was actually, I think maybe a week ago. I tried one of the sheet masks from Superfood for Skin. You know, like sheet mask, like if you're anybody that's into skincare, obviously you can appreciate some of these reviews and things. But if you're not, obviously skip through the video. For those of you who do skincare and do sheet masks regularly, you understand that them things be juicy, okay? Some may be more juicy than others, but it just kind of depends on brand and all of that, right? Yo, these were incredibly juicy. And you could even tell before you open up the package, because the package itself is quite heavy for a sheet mask. Obviously, it's going to be compacted because that's how they package sheet masks. But this was like almost overly weighty. And I was just like, yo, what's going on? So I take out the sheet mask, and I was kind of trying to squeeze out some of the serum before taking it out and putting it on my face. And when I look back in the package, mind you, I didn't even remove that much serum. There was so much serum left in the package, and I was like slapping it everywhere. I could, because I was like, I don't want to waste this product. I bought this and it's part of the mask. But there was so much serum left over, even after I put the extra on me. I was like, whoa, this is a lot. But one thing I will say is that if I had like a container or something, I could have possibly just got 2 uses out of that mask and then just use that as like a moisturizing serum to put on my face for another time. You know what I mean? Instead of masking, just using it as a serum and then putting my moisturizer on after it's set in. Hey folks, welcome back to the vlog. I just got done cleaning off the front patio. Oh my goodness, it is so filthy. If you hear dogs, one of them's Kratos. I feel like I look bald. I mean, y'all already know I'm bald, but yeah, sorry, I'm like getting changed. Obviously you can't see nothing, but yeah, I just got done cleaning the front patio. And you guys know that this house has been sitting for like years and years. And at least like 3 or 4 years, I think, before we got to it. Y'all already know about the daisies and everything and how they just leave poop everywhere. But I don't tell you guys about the birds, the pigeons specifically, that be leaving their doo-doo everywhere, okay? Guys, I cleaned up probably maybe 2 to 3 pounds worth of poop. And that's so gross. But y'all know I keep it real in this channel, right? It was as atrocious as it sounds. It was as atrocious as it sounds. I had to clean off the mats. The mats were caked with it, with the doo-doo. I can't believe I'm telling you this. All that. So my arms are sore. But that kind of thing is part of my whole like exercise goal. So I haven't done any strength training, and truthfully speaking, I've been getting into a rhythm with cleaning up around the house because there's so much dirt and so much crap to do that doing that for an hour or two is enough for me. I'll kind of lose weight and tone up and whatnot kind of progressively as I clean up around the house. My boo helps too, you know, obviously this is his space too, but he kind of manages things that I don't touch at all. So it's kind of a trade-off. Plus, I like being outside and doing outside work because that's just kind of how I grew up. But it just, as you clean up and do things around, you know, your property, you start to realize the things that you need. So luckily, and I completely forgot about this. So in the front, like I said, there's a bunch of crap. There isn't any more because I cleaned probably about 98% of it. 2% of it are in places where I couldn't really reach with the broom or the hose. But I completely forgot that this property has quite a few spigots outside of it so that I can unhook and hook the hose. And so I didn't unhook the hose, which is crazy. But even then, I still need like a nozzle on the end of the hose to use, and we have one, but I need an entirely new kit, a new hose, a new everything. Like I want to have maybe at least like 2 or 3 hoses around the property. That way we don't, like when we're doing things, when we are able to have full-time staff that does the outside area, we won't need them, or they won't need to go all over the place to try to retrieve stuff and unhook and do this and do this and do that. So I'm so tired, so tired. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. This morning I woke up and like, after I cleared out all my messages, I didn't read any of them. After I cleared out all my messages, I read for a half hour. And I already hit my goal for reading for the day. So I'm pretty much on track to do like 50 pages a day. I think yesterday I did like 40, and then today I've already done like 40. And then I'm actually going to sit down for like a half hour and read again. So I may get to close to 100 today. Now that we have this time to kind of settle down and not really do anything, I want to just kind of focus on doing things that help me to relax. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I was actually filming and talking for like a good 15 minutes, and I was like, I'm just blabbering on and on and on and on. So let me delete this and then cut it short, okay? So what I was talking about is the fact that the stuff that we were supposed to ship from the States to here, like things that we wanted to have here with us, may have been found. And you may be like, maybe that may have been found, D. What the heck are you talking about? I don't know if I'm going to talk about it in this vlog, because I'm actually going to probably wrap this vlog up because it's been boring enough as it is, and maybe start on the next one and have a segment where I kind of talk a little bit about like the shipping process and stuff, and what to kind of expect if you're trying to ship things from the States to South Africa. Obviously, I can't speak to any other countries because I haven't shipped from those other countries, but you know, depending on what shipping company you go through or however you decide to ship your stuff, may depend on what type of information that you get when it comes to countries and the expectations for shipping. Sorry, the light's gonna keep changing. But yeah, so our stuff in the States has been found, and yeah, I think I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit more in detail about the shipping process and stuff next vlog, because it's been quite a shit show, to be quite fair. Like, that's kind of the best way to put it. It's been a shit show. Yeah, I will tell you guys that we went through a shipping company, and I will not mention the name of the shipping company because of like security reasons, for legal reasons, and because I just don't want to give them any business. So that means that I'll be able to get some of my cute clothes and shoes that I wanted to bring over here, and all of my skincare, because all my skincare has to be with me. The short of the long is that we had our stuff shipped early last year, or not shipped, but we had our stuff picked up with the expectation that it would be shipped soon after, early last year. And when we had reached out to the shipping company that we had used, and I'll talk about this in the next video most likely, hopefully, we hadn't heard from them for a while, like in like a year, and had no idea where our stuff was or anything like that. And so it just kind of became this big thing, and so here we are today. So I'll go into more details and everything in that part of the video. It'll probably be a part of the vlog, but it'll be quite a segment. The video itself might be much longer because I don't want to do like a dedicated video to it. I'm just really excited because the thing that I've probably missed the most is my skincare. You guys know that I've been trying to find brands here, especially like melanated South African or just even African brands that are really good for melanated skin. And so it's been a little bit difficult, not only for that, but also because of like budget and finances and everything like that, because we have so many other very large expenses that we've had to put out. So that were kind of unexpected when we got this place. There have been a lot of wrenches in our plans and everything, but I always say to my boo, I was like, throughout all the adversity that you and I have faced as a couple, and even as individuals within our relationship, God always takes care of us, okay? I don't talk much about religion or faith or anything like that on my channel because it's just not something that I feel like I need to talk about. But one thing that I will say is that in my adulthood so far, and I have not been an adult for that long, I've learned to just kind of trust the process, trust God, trust the universe, trust energy, you know, whatever it is that you believe in. For me, I trust God. And that's what I believe in. I'm always like, the less that I stress out, the more things kind of work out. And it's not to say that it's like that 100% of the time, because I'm still going to experience stress and anxiety and all those things too. But I think that I'm able to manage those things better because I'm realizing like, not everything in life is going to be perfect. There's always going to be wrenches in your plans. Trust God, boom, bam, boom, you'll be fine. So when I got the news that our stuff was found and that there's we're kind of going through the process of getting things secured, making sure number one, that the stuff that is being claimed to be ours is actually ours, is, you know, going through the process of getting that stuff that we wanted to have here shipped here. So I'm really, really, really excited because it just means that the things that we were kind of buying to replace some of the things that were in our boxes, we don't have to replace anymore. I hear a cutie. Oh, you can't see. But yeah, I was just talking about the shipping stuff a little bit. But what's up?